I wanted to make this video about Worn & Wound and give you guys all of the details about the arms and legs associated. They're not just a blog, they're not just a podcast, they're not just the watch fairs. There's many different things associated with them as a brand, and I had the pleasure as a watch enthusiast and a content creator to experience them over the last few months, and I want to give you guys the behind the scenes as well. Now, if you missed the watch fair, I have another option for you that is year-round for you to get hands-on with the watches, or if you're out of country, there is a virtual option as well. I'll leave links in the description below where you guys can find all of the things associated with them. Leave a comment below of what your experiences have been with the brand, and let's start the conversation. So who are the people behind Windup and Worn & Wound? Worn & Wound and Windup are two names you probably heard of in the watch world. Worn & Wound started back in 2011 as a blog. Their mission was to make watch enthusiasm accessible. Not just Rolex and Patek, but micro brands, independents. They value-packed watches anyone can enjoy. Since then, they've grown into a full media brand, reviews, podcasts, interviews, buyer guides, all focused on design, value, and storytelling. The company was co-founded by Blake Mallon and now the CEO Zach Wise, who drives the creative and editorial side. Alongside with co-founder James Helms, they built Worn & Wound into a real hub for watch enthusiasts. Now here is where Windup comes in. Think of Windup as the action side of Worn & Wound. First, the Windup Watch Shop. It's their online store plus a Brooklyn showroom where you can find watches, straps, and gear. They sell micro brands, independents, and even some of their own designs. Then there's the big one, the Windup Watch Fair. Launched in 2015, it started as a small New York, but today it's huge. Cities like San Francisco, Chicago, Dallas, and New York host these shows, bringing together hundreds of brands and thousands of collectors. It's their largest watch fair of its kind in the US, casual, community-driven, and all about getting watches on the wrist. So here is the background. Worn & Wound equals storytelling, Windup equals the shop and the fair. Together, they've built one of the most trusted and approachable names into the watch community. Now, what is the watch shop location about? Well, it's an extension of the experience you get at the fairs with less of a crowd, but equal treatment as a watch enthusiast, bringing together different micro brands, independents, all under one roof on display for your enjoyment to one location that you would otherwise have to shop online only for. In addition, they carry big brand names like Bulova, G-Shock, Hamilton, Timex, Tissot, just to name a few. All the watches are out in the open. You can try on as many as you want, stay as long as you want to, and ask as many questions and make an in-store purchase in person. Now, I know this from experience. The first time I went to the shop, I sat down with Teo for an hour interview style video where they kindly gave me a dedicated space and time to talk watches on a live stream. The day I arrived, they were hosting a vintage themed week, something they often do to bring fresh vibes into the showroom with the added benefit of having a vintage seller present to consult. On my second visit, they involved one of the toughest watch brands taking over the watch shop called G-Shock. I was able to gain a lot of info on G-Shock themselves. They had the full origin stories and prototypes out on display for your information. A G-Force tested machine was brought to the shop to show how resilient G-Shocks are to impact. And if that wasn't enough, they also added a complimentary wrist shot photo with a professional photographer. So why do I think enthusiasts should support the Windup shop? If you live in New York or you have travel plans to visit, I would add the shop as a destination point. The atmosphere is parallel with the shows that they host. While I was visiting, I witnessed two close friends who were browsing the micro brand called Laurier watches. One of the friends was more experienced with collecting and explaining the basics to his friend with the watches out in the open. Teo, the shop's sales expert, greeted them with open arms and offered any information or help that they might have needed. This witnessed interaction is what watch collecting is all about. Watches are just meaningless trinkets if not for the people and the communities that we build around them. And I, for one, as a content creator, want nothing more but to support local businesses like the Windup shop that foster, uphold, and serve the community with white glove service and a smile to go with it. You know, the Windup Watch Fair was a major turning point for me. It's the reason why I developed such a passionate relationship with timepieces. Since my first show, I've been absolutely amazed by what micro brands and independent brands can achieve. The designs, the specs, the incredible value. They continually push the boundaries of creativity and craftsmanship. But it's not just about the new and niche. I've also come to deeply appreciate the larger heritage brands, their rich history, their horological significance, and the way that they evolve to stay relevant in an ever-changing industry. So here's to Worn & Wound. Thank you for everything that you do, for fostering a community, telling the stories, and bringing watches to life in a way that is approachable, authentic, and inspiring. Congratulations on your decade of such success. Who would have known how big these watch shows would have gone? And I only wish for more growth moving forward, and I can't wait to see what comes next.
Actually, we have a question about the showroom, which I think is really good. Skylar's asking, can content creators come and film in the showroom? Yes, absolutely. In fact, we just built out sort of a lounge area adjacent to the showroom that we open up for special events. And if you want to come by and shoot some content, we'd love to host you and sort of set you up and do whatever you need to do. That's a great idea.